Yeah, you know what time it is. When you see the lady singing and the slow beat bringing, it's Big Vern in the booth doing his thing, thinking, aha! Had a great show lined up for you. We talked some Clemson. Clemson, they fall again. They lose to an unranked Syracuse. They started out ranked number 5 in the country after a couple of weeks. I don't think that they'll be ranked in the top 30. This has been one of the biggest epic failures that I've seen in a long time. Clemson is imploding. Then we talk some North Carolina. They get embarrassed again. UCF, Scott Frost and the boys, they have an impressive showing in Carolina. I don't like seeing Bill Belichick get beat up. It does me no good. My heart doesn't sing. Watching this, it's like, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Then there was an epic game between Memphis and Arkansas. Congratulations to the Memphis Tigers, but also congratulations to everybody who watched that game. That was a really good game. That game had a lot of good storylines, and even you saw players fall on the ground and start praying. And if you happen to see the Memphis Tigers in the college playoff at the end of the season, don't be surprised. They're a very good team. That was a very quality win at home against an SEC defense. So shout out to them. Then we talk some Oregon football. Oregon State is never going to beat Oregon. Somehow they keep finding themselves on the schedule and believing every year that they have Oregon's number. Again, it's headachy. I'm not going to cover that. Which finally leads us to Mr. Bryce Underwood. 12 of 22 for 105 yards, 61 yards, and a score. He ran that one. That he is becoming what I see everybody had called him from the beginning. I'll go more into detail when we get back from a quick rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Bum 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 bum. It's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know what it is. We pumping another rap album this month. Kwame, The Different Kids, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be the Kwame Show, Hello, Anybody, Adulthood, No Way, Go Away with Vivian Green, Miss Mary Mack. I love that song. Miss Mary Mack is wow. Old school rapper, and Nobody. Kwame, The Different Kids, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Kwame doing this thing. Make sure y'all get Kwame. Like I said, it's a dope project. I thought it was dope. I dug it. I enjoyed it. Not gonna hold you. Bryce Underwood is growing up under a lot of people's eyes. And the game in Lincoln really showed me his maturity level. Because what Matt Rule, shout out to Matt Rule too. Like I say, Ozempic is really paying off. That guy looked good. He lost a lot around the neck and around the waistline. It looks really good. Shout out to him. Stay up on that Ozempic diet, bro. It really looks good on you. Anyway, what Nebraska was able to take away from Bryce in the air, they gave up on the ground, and he didn't force it, as young quarterbacks would like to do. Now, Bryce, again, I keep telling people to go ahead and exercise some grace with Bryce Underwood, because in reality, even though he has all of the physical gifts as anyone who's, his highs, his height, everything, how he feels, it is nice to see someone have poise. As he is, as old as he is, somebody have poise, not only in the pocket, but also be an intelligent runner. Be an intelligent runner. And when you look at him and the way that he was able to take what the defense had given him, then you have to go ahead and stop hating. You got to go ahead and tip your hat to that. Because in all reality, Bryce Underwood is still 5 months removed from the 12th grade. He's 5 months removed from the 12th grade. And I don't care who you are, nothing can prepare you for playing from high school to playing in front of 80 to 100,000 people. And Michigan was more than prepared to take on that task. Again, Nebraska gave them all that they could handle, but I was glad to see Bryce make the adjustments, Bryce read the defense, and Bryce go ahead and convert. Now, he wasn't the only Michigan Wolverine that was out there showing his whole ass because, oh my goodness. Justice Haynes is a guy you're getting ready to see on Sunday. Let's not play any games by any stretch of the imagination. Justin Haynes, that dude is going to the NFL. He might damn near be the first round pick. 17 touches, 149 yards, and a score. He was averaging 8 yards a play. That's child abuse. I'm not hearing that. That man needs to be locked up. You can't run over nobody like that and still go home like ain't nothing wrong with you. Come on, man. Then, like I said, Bryce, he was able to go ahead and get his score because, like I said, he ran 8 times for 61 yards and he scored. Again, that's seven yards a carry. Nebraska can't stop the run. For what they were able to stop him and give him some looks where they were able to confuse him through the air, they could not stop anything on the ground. Because Jay Marshall got everything he wanted. Jordan was running like a man possessed. This dude only got 6 touches in that game. He was the guy who got less touches than Underwood and less touches than Haynes, and he still had 80 yards and a score. His average was 13 yards just touching the rock. Again, shout out to Matt Rule. He looked pretty, like I said, he looked real nice on that Ozempic, man. You know, shout out to you, bro. Keep your health intact. I don't know where you go from this as the Cornhuskers. You know, they got Indiana, which looks like a buzzsaw. Signetti's going to have those guys playing at any tempo. He's going to have them playing heavy. He's going to have them out there, getting that whoop stick out. And then they got a couple of other teams coming in. I don't think that they can beat Michigan State, but I know they can't beat Penn State. I know they can't beat Oregon, and you can get that Ohio State nonsense out of your mind. However, like I say, shout out to them. Make sure that they continue to keep growing and everything like that. It was a good game. It was just 30-27. It wasn't like they got shut out. It wasn't like they got shut out at home. They had a chance. Dylan Raiola, he was out there doing his best Patrick Mahomes impersonation. Dylan Raiola was out there, I'm talking about running for his life. That man was in the backfield, throwing head fakes, bob fakes, throwing underhand throws, sidearm throws. He was out there getting walloped. But third down efficiency, the Cornhuskers 2 of 13. That is insane. They punted the ball 4 times. They 2 of 3 on 4th down. It just, like I say, it was a whole bunch of bad situations. They played relatively a clean game. They only had 3 penalties for 9 yards. But the inability to stop the run, that monopolizing, when you can't stop the run and you're pass heavy, you don't give your defense a chance to breathe. And you have to have a balance. That's why you have to follow conventional wisdom when they say the run sets up the pass. That's all. But like I said, they will rise again from the ashes. That will be a thing, and then we'll be here to cover it. But enjoy your Sunday. This is Big Vern. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.